settled back down. The rider was not on board when they popped the gate open, and Rough and Rowdy came out without the jockey. So the picture changes here early on as Maximatch going to go out for the early advantage. Looks like they're going to try to let that loose horse clear as Maximatch just in front of Polar Bear Plunge. Hasn't had enough up from the outside. Grand Yaco's in behind them. Jamestown, the favorite, is right in that second flight as well as they come into the stretch for the first time round. And it's Maximatch, and now hasn't had enough. Those two up to contest the early advantage. Again, the loose horse right to their outside as they go to that turn. Just in behind them comes Polar Bear Plunge. Jamestown out 3 deep. Grand Yaco down toward the fence. It's a length and a half more back to Dial 'em Up, and Rose View is the early trailer as they work through that first turn. And it's Maximatch in front. 23-3 the opening quarter-mile time. Maximatch a length and a half to the good. Of Hasn't Had Enough. Grand Yaco down to the fence, third, just 2 off the top. It's another half length back to Jamestown, who races along a joint fourth along with Polar Bear Plunge. Dial 'em Up is 6th, Roseview 7th. They're only separated by about 4.5 lengths, the entirety of them. A half mile left to go, and it's Maximatch still in front. 48-1 was the opening half-mile time. Maximatch lead is just a half a length. Hasn't had enough on the outside. Then comes a lineup of 3. Grand Yaco to the inside. Jamestown in and amongst horses. Dial 'em Up out 3 deep. A length and a half more to Roseview. Polar Bear Plunge, those 2 at the back. Maximatch has led every step of the journey. Here's Dial 'em Up, starting to launch a 4-wide bid on the far outside. Goes by Hasn't Had Enough. Jamestown in tight quarters there in between. The favorite is back joint third along with Grand Yaco as Maximatch leads them to the top of the stretch. But here's Dial 'em Up on the outside, and Dial 'em Up and Marion Elise Almedina now go to the front. Jamestown switches out with Grand Yaco. A final furlong left to go. Dial 'em Up in front by 2. Grand Yaco, Jamestown chasing from second and third. Dial 'em Up is clear at a big price here. Dial 'em Up. The Mendieta barn continues red hot. They win this one at 42-1. Dial 'em Up, a upset victor. Second, very close to 3. So if you had a daily double or a pick 3 to the 7, you do receive those consolation payouts that are on your board right now. 4-8 exacta, $96.50. The trifecta, $156.10. Daily double, $70.70. Pick 3, $169.75. Pick 4, $1,223.75. That early pick 5, $8,146. Nobody had the super high 5, so $694 will carry over into the upcoming 6th race. Race 6, just 16.